Hi YouTube, Mike here from Kane Autograph. Welcome back to the channel. Today I got a blind trade to share. I'll explain how you can do a blind trade with me if you like. And I'm also going to tell you about my 2026 TTM hobby goals, what I want to focus on this year and why. So let's just dive right in. Paul from MetsFan0814 hooked me up with a mix of football and baseball cards. So when I choose to send cards back, I try to make sure that the year and the card line up so it's a balanced trade. With these Pacifica cards that Paul sent me, I don't really have a lot of Pacifica, but I do now, thanks, Paul. So Paul sent me Marion Butts with the Chargers, Andy Heck with the Seahawks, Jamie Holland, looks like an Oakland Raider, and then Tony Bennett, who is a former Packer. My return cards to Paul were a Jeff Donaldson with the Chief, Mike Babb with the Cleveland Browns, Irv Eatman with the Chiefs, and then Steve Christie when he was with the Buccaneers. Paul knows that I'm a Twins fan, so he sent me a couple Twins cards. And it's funny, I was just thinking about sending it to Tom Kelly, and then Paul's mail came with the two-time World Series champion Kelly in there, and then John Castillo, who won the American League Rookie of the Year. He was co-rookie of the year in 1979 with Alfredo Griffin, I believe. But love these cards that Paul sent. Paul, I didn't have a ton of Mets cards. I was able to find one for you, but this is what I have coming back your way. I hope that you love them. If you got some duplicate cards and you want to do some trades, here's my address. All I ask, put in a self-addressed envelope so I don't mess it up when I return it to you. I'll throw the stamp on there so you don't have to worry about that. Throw a little note in there. What is it you're looking for? And I'll do my best to hook you up. So I want to do something a little different and share my TTM goals for 2026. Not going to make any predictions, no guarantees, just some simple goals to try to keep this hobby fun, intentional, and for me to be more consistent. If you collect TTM, you know can it be easy to get overwhelmed sometimes, or you send out too many at once and you burned out. So I'm going to just focus on being consistent. My first goal, pretty simple. I want to average 10 TTM requests per week. That's it. No massive mail runs, no late night binging, just steady, intentional mail. If I stay close to that number, it's going to put me right about 500 requests for the year. That's going to be plenty to keep the returns flowing and content coming without turning this into a job. This next one's a big one for me. In 2026, I want to include one unique question with every single request, not copy and paste, something personal. And the reason I'm doing that is when some of these players have answered those questions, it just blows me away and tells me such a great story. And I get so much more out of that return when I get that cool story with the autograph. So, goal number 3, 2 videos a week. I want to get better at this, and the only way I'm going to get better is just keep doing it and learning. I'm also going to try resources that show how to make and edit videos. Plus, I hope to meet up with some of my fellow YouTubers in person and have some conversations. So, one of those videos will be my TTM returns per week. I got some ideas for my second video a week, kind of working those ideas out yet, but this will count for one of those videos. Next goal, 4 out-of-town in-person games. That's road trips, different stadiums, different experience. And of course, I'll hit those local games whenever I can, but these new trips are just for fun, new stories, and to meet some cool people. So goal number 5 this year, I want to be intentional about cleaning up my collection. Guys, I got cards everywhere. I need to clean it up and get things organized, get things better. Like most of you, I got cards that are perfectly good, but if I'm being honest, I just don't love them. So instead of letting them sit in boxes, my goal is to do more random acts of kindness. I'm not trying to sell them, not trying to trade them. I just want to give them to collectors you're going to actually appreciate them. Could be kids, new collectors, viewers of the channel, people just getting into the hobbies. I want these cards and autos to go to good homes where they're going to be loved, not just stored away, because the hobby isn't just about building my collection, it's about this community and it's about sharing. And sometimes that best feeling isn't putting in a big return, but it's knowing that you pass along something that's going to make somebody else's day. Thanks for watching. Drop a comment and tell me what you think.